obviously just disappointing effort. We got good old-fashioned butt whipping here by a team that's playing with a ton of confidence and swag. They look like the conference champion regular season right now, and we've obviously got to continue to work this week to catch up to that. We've got to get better. Disappointed we couldn't send Bowden and Ryan out and Gabby out a different way, but that's life. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we're pleased with where we're at, obviously, but everything we want is in front of us, and we've got to make sure to lock in here this week and get better.
Stretch late in the first half. What happened there that you guys couldn't score and you couldn't stop them either?
We get turning it over, and I think this just compounds. I mean, you look at the middle category on a box score, points from turnovers, paint, second chance, fast break, bench. They just dominated, and we go from having no turnovers in the first 10 minutes to 10 or 11 in that stretch, and that just opens the floor up for a good team. And I thought they came in here very loose, like they were the conference champions. Didn't clearly had something to play for, but had exactly what they want in their bag already. And we got a little tight there in that stretch for whatever reason, and that was it.
Them to be, 12 years now, I think they've had a share of the conference title. Just what's allowed them to maintain consistency through?
I think it's obviously a culture. It's important from top to bottom. They've done a tremendous job of getting the right guys. They've got the right resources. They got a tremendous fan base. It's really proud of their basketball program, and they're doing some good things.
How did they take Andrew out of the game today?
They just put multiple bodies around him. There's some digs, and they clearly had a game plan, and they executed it. There's some of those things we've got to continue to, take a look at. So we're putting Andrew in some situations to be successful, and the guys around him as well.
You got a week here. I know you can't really blow things up, but tell me how do you refocus before going to Sioux Falls?
This is what did I hear? A wise man avoids all extremes, Dom. And we put ourselves in position 7 p.m. on Thursday to have a shot, to have a bye. The last 80 minutes aren't there. We've got to figure out who we were a little bit before we tipped off against, South Dakota and Vermilion. I still believe in the pieces in that room, but we've also got to continue to take a look at things. We've got to take a look at our mental preparation, all those things that we've got to be better at here going forward.
Changed defensively in the last 3 days. You guys were like 60 points a game, roughly, now about 80 some the last two.
We've ran into good teams, and we haven't had the urgency. We haven't had the intensity. We haven't had the fight out of the gates that we need. I think when you're inconsistent, when you're immature, you fall into traps that we'd been on a good streak. But we put on NDSU across our chest, and we've been on that streak, and teams want a part of that, and so we get everybody's best shot, especially out of the gates. And we haven't been prepared for that, and that's for me to make sure we're better going forward.
All right, what about the first half? What happened there for you guys on defense?
We weren't playing like how we should normally play. We got away from our morals, our basically just everything we stand for. So that's what happened. That's what the result we get.
All right, you feel like there's been moments this year where you guys have taken 2 steps forward, 1 step back?
Yeah, definitely. We just gotta try to keep that consistency moving ahead, and keep playing like how we play at our best. So that's just what we gotta keep doing.
All right, what do you think of the last 2 games? What happened here after you guys were playing really well after last weekend? What happened this past week?
I don't know. I feel some of us, like, our mental state isn't in the right place. So we're not really connected right now, I feel. So that's why.
Zeke Mayo, hitting tough shots as a defender. What makes him so difficult to defend, I guess?
Going in, he's going to make tough shots. He's a good player. That's what he does. But what makes us better, his team, his teammates. You know, he looks for his teammates also. So, and they all trust each other. They played good. So